Hello everyone and welcome to this Formulation Live webinar by Solabia. I hope you can hear me well. First, I would like to thank you for participating to this webinar. My name is Tia Kares and I am Solabia's Export Sales Manager for EMEA area, and I will be presenting this webinar together with my colleague Didier Marcellino, who is an Export Sales Manager as well, responsible for some parts of Asia, Europe, as well as Russia and Australia. We decided to organize this webinar because firstly, we have not gotten the opportunity to see you in industry events or exhibitions since a long time and we miss you. And secondly, because we would like to take this opportunity to present you our new products and formulations. We are positively surprised to see so many participants here today and we want to thank you. Now, let's start the presentation. We are going to close our cameras during the presentation. This presentation will be divided in two stages and will last approximately 1 hour. First, we will have a rather short marketing part that will summarize the concept and the theme sport. A second part is the formulation part, where we will discover different formulations and ingredients in this theme. In addition, we will share some precious formulation tips. For the sake of organization and time, we kindly ask you to ask your questions in the chat dedicated to comments. These questions will not be public and will only be seen by our team. Your sales contacts or your distributors will come back to you in the following days with the answers to your questions. In addition, do not bother to rewrite everything. You can download the presentation on the right-hand side and we will send the presentation to you by tomorrow. About the theme. Today, sports is no longer seen as just a hobby or a search for performance or record, but it has become a way to relax and de-stress to maintain physical and mental well-being, and a search for pleasure through the stimulation of neuromédiators, more specifically neuromédiators of happiness, such as dopamine, which is a molecule found in, for example, in chocolate, and the release of endorphin, which helps to combat stress and depression. On the right-hand side, you have a graph that shows that regardless of the age or gender, most American respondents do sports to reduce stress. This trend emerged some years ago, but has become particularly popular since the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, you don't have to go very far to do sports. New home sport practices and equipments have taken over because of different travel restrictions and closing of the gyms. You also have increasing amounts of online coaches and tutorials on YouTube and social media who offer live courses or short exercises from their living rooms. These exercises are tailored for everyday people to have the possibility to work out in their living rooms. The middle graph shows that 24% of the 1,200 Chinese participants in the survey ranked fitness and sports activities as a priority. On the right-hand side, the figure shows that mental well-being has become a higher priority for 44% of Americans since the COVID-19 pandemic. Sport is also a lever for better aging, of course, in a balanced way. We are looking at our field of cosmetics and nutrition with an approach that we call inside and outside beauty. You have probably noticed after a good workout that your skin really shines. Sport helps to beautify the skin and to restore its vitality and radiance for a younger appearance. With sport, we will actually trigger a cascade of physiological reactions. First, oxygenation, that improves the supply of oxygen and nutrients into the blood. Then, energization, which involves producing more cellular energy through oxygenation. Detoxification, that eliminates skin waste through perspiration, so through sweat. The rejuvenating effect, maintaining the length of telomeres. And finally, the regenerating effect that will improve the structure of the skin. To conclude, sport is much more than just a leisure. It is a global holistic approach where well-being, health, and beauty combine. Now, we are getting into the heart of this presentation, our intensive beauty program. This is a program of 12 formulations and 3 steps to prepare the skin, to support the performance, and finally, to recover after a sports session. You will find in this formulation box a beauty routine inside and outside beauty that illustrates the synergy of Solabia Group's 2 divisions, cosmetics and nutrition divisions. This routine is suitable for both women and men. And interestingly, all formulations have been designed and developed eco-friendly since they are composed of more than 95% of natural ingredients. Just before we get into the heart of the subject, a last figure to illustrate our theme. 56% of consumers in Spain think that skincare should be adapted to the practice of sports. Now we are presenting the 12 formulations present in the new formulation box. We mentioned the 3 steps previously. First, the formulations preparing for the exercise. We have an antioxidant sunscreen stick, a warming cream, a solid deodorant, and antioxidant capsules, which are Solabia Nutrition's finished product already on the market. There are 6 capsules which last for about 1 week of exercise. Then the formulations supporting the performance, a regenerating anti-chafing balm, an active slimming gel, a mattifying velvet face balm, and a refreshing remineralizing mist, which you can bring with you everywhere. Last but not the least, we have the recovery formulations, which are a relaxing and balancing solid soap, cleansing and detoxifying pearls, a hydrating recovery massage gel, and finally, the second nutrition product of the box, assimilation and recovery powder that contains first prebiotics and second PCA salts. We have selected 4 formulations to be presented today, which are formulations incorporating our latest launches and our already existing innovative solutions, and which allow us to answer to your most common questions regarding formulating. For each formulation, we will start the presentation of the ingredients and then move on to the details of the formulation. Let's start with the first formulation, the antioxidant sunscreen stick. It consists of 2 Solabia ingredients, Polystop, an active which most of you already know. It is a high molecular weight polysaccharide with matrix properties. Polystop forms a protective shield against the 3 types of pollutions, which are air pollution, which may be large or small carbon particles, heavy metals, etc. UV pollution or domestic pollution such as sulfates in hygiene and maintenance products. Second active is called Astapure Skin, a launch of the year 2020 from Solabia's expertise in microalgae. Let's take a look at this active more precisely. Astapure Skin is an active ingredient composed of natural astaxanthin, concentrated and obtained by extraction with supercritical CO2 of a red microalgae, Haematococcus pluvialis. We will talk more about this extraction process a little bit later and show you a video which demonstrates it really well. Astaxanthin is a carotenoid and it's the most powerful antioxidant on the market. It is 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C, 770 times more powerful than Q10, 100 times more powerful than vitamin E, and even 5 times more powerful than beta-carotene. There are now more than 500 studies that demonstrate the activities and the superiority of this molecule, and it is found in both nutrition and cosmetics. Astaxanthin in cosmetics is particularly interesting because it reduces oxidative stress, prevents premature aging of the skin, and naturally protects against the harmful effects of UV rays. To conclude, In Solabia's offering, Astapure exists in cosmetics in lipophilic form and in nutrition in a form of capsules. Let's go back to this Superstick formulation. This stick fits into a very trendy theme in cosmetics today, which is solid cosmetics without water. It is also a product that will protect the skin from various aggressions such as UV, pollution, and oxidation. Pollustop, as I said earlier, protects against 3 types of pollutions, but also has the ability to improve the dispersion of mineral filters in the formula, and therefore it boosts SPF when integrated into sun care products. Finally, this stick, easy to apply, it leaves a multi-protective and waterproof but non-occlusive film on the skin. We have actually tested the substantivity of Pollustop after rinsing. Didier, I said earlier that all formulations are natural, but what about the UV filters?
Well, here, the solar filters incorporated in this formula are physical filters. They are mineral as titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. The references selected here are non-nano and non-toxic for the environment, which makes possible to use this formulation for all sport activities without special precaution.
What is the natural index then?
This formula, like all formula in our new box, has a naturality index higher than 95% according to the ISO 16128, and they are free of silicone and ethylene oxide, of course.
That is great. The formulation is anhydrous, but we have incorporated Pollustop, which is a water-soluble active. How did we do that?
Yeah, you're right. Pollustop is water soluble. This way, in order to incorporate it in this anhydrous formula, we added an emulsifier water enol. So Pollustop will remain imprisoned in the form of droplet in the oil phase.
As for Astapure skin being a carotenoid, is it sensitive to heat or light?
Yeah, as you can see from our formula, we added Astapure skin at the end of the heating phase to avoid unnecessary overexposure to heat. But let's not forget that it remains stable for a few hours at high temperature, which allow, especially at the industrial stage, to give to the producer enough time to manufacture and then to package the products. And to answer to the second point of your question concerning light, Astapure skin is a carotenoid. Therefore, like any carotenoid, this material is sensitive to light. So it's necessary to choose an opaque packaging to protect it from light through its use.
What is the color impact of this carotenoid in a formulation?
Here, I suggest we can watch a video. Here we can see that on the left, we have the pure Astapure skin, raw material. Then on the right, the same ingredient, but formulated in a transparent gel at 0.01%. Dosage, which, as I remind you, is a recommended dosage for this ingredient. Then inside an emulsion. As you can observe, depending on the galenic, gel, or emulsion, the color aspect is different. Eventually, in the stick you have in your hands, or you can ask your distributor, thanks to the addition of bulking agent, remember our mineral filters, you can note a very significant decrease in terms of color intensity.
Thank you, Didier. Let's move on to the second formulation and the second stage, the products used during sports. We have refreshing and remineralizing mist, which consists of peppermint, a hydrodistillation of mint leaves sourced in France that have an energizing and stimulating effect. Physiogenic powder, a new launch from this year, in a powder form as its name suggests, which is a combination of 4 PCA salts that will be detailed a bit later. For now, we will see the general properties of PCA. So first of all, what is a PCA salt? It is a combination of PCA, physiological molecule with reinforcing and moisturizing effect, a mineral salt which improves bioavailability. PCA salts are used in both cosmetics and nutrition applications. For cosmetics, Solabia offers several different references of PCA salts, lipophilic PCAs, and phytomineral complexes. The PCA salts from the Solabia range are, for hydration, nalidone, which is an osmoregulatory sodium PCA. Then we have calidone, an extracellular potassium osmoregulator PCA. For skin restructuring, we offer calcium PCA to restructure damaged and mature skin. To protect the skin, we recommend mangalidone, manganese PCA, mitochondrial protector. To purify the skin, we have zinkidone, zinc PCA, and quiveridone, copper PCA, to regulate the sebum of oily skin. And finally, to energize the skin with mangolidone, magnesium PCA for tired skin. Now, let's look at the newest launch, Physiogenic Micronutrient Booster. Physiogenic is an oligomineral complex composed of 4 PCA salts: zinc, sodium, magnesium, and manganese. Physiogenic has the ability to stimulate cellular energy production, boost metabolism, and even improve cell growth. For more details about the efficacy testing, please contact us and we will be happy to share those tests. Physiogenic comes in 2 forms: Physiogenic PF in liquid form, which is preserved with phenoxyethanol, and Physiogenic powder, new launch, created on demand of the market. It is in maltodextrin support and therefore without preservatives. It is a 100% natural product. To conclude, Physiogenic has the ability to revitalize tired skin and participate in skin regeneration. This refreshing and remineralizing mist is a rather minimalistic formula, which is much requested by our customers. Its fresh, non-sticky texture allows application throughout the effort. It is formulated without alcohol and without perfume. However, it is naturally scented by the peppermint and it's suitable for all skin types, even for sensitive skin. Didier, I've always been told to formulate around the PCA products and not to think about incorporating PCA products at the last moment. Is it difficult to formulate with PCA products?
Yeah, like any raw material, there are formulation rules to follow, and PCA salts are not exempt of these rules. But you will see that they are not so complicated, and I have a lot of solutions to offer to you and to our today's friends. First of all, at the pH level, the range of use of our PCA salts is quite wide because most of them are in between 4 to 7. So covering the vast majority of the cosmetic application. Now, concerning the temperature, no stress to have either. Indeed, PCA salt can bear the heat very well. And by the way, do you know that most of these PCA are atomized during their manufacturing process? This is very, very interesting. It means that it will be totally possible to add them at any stage of your formulation process.
Interesting. And what about the compatibility of gelling agents? There are mono and divalent PCAs. Does that impact on the viscosity?
Yeah, we will look at all this in pictures now. Because to understand PCA salt compatibility with gelling agents, it's necessary to distinguish a monovalent PCA salt and divalent ones. For the monovalent PCA salts, the majority of gelling agents will be compatible even if a reduction in yield can be observed due to the ionic charge that some of these salts are having. Here, look, we have incorporated nalidone, our sodium PCA, into xanthan gel, and there is no change in viscosity. This is very clear. Now, on the other end, for divalent PCA salts, synthetic gelling agents such as carbomer or acrylate should be avoided. Look, we have added here zencidone into a carbomer gel. The viscosity drops immediately and the polymer precipitates. This is very clear. Now we will see the result after 24 hours. You will see the results. Now, if we add the same amount of Zensidone in xanthan gel, I do not observe any decrease in viscosity or incompatibility. This way, for divalent salts, it will be important to use natural gelling agents such as xanthan gum, sclerotium, carrageenan, or cellulose. Other case, the choice of an oil emulsifier in water or water in oil. There, the choice is very wide, and you will see the list is non-exhaustive through the formulation guide you will see now in the screen, and we can share with you. Please, do not hesitate to ask us for this document. This formulation guide has just been updated. Now, Tia, if you want to combine other active ingredients with your formulate, it's critical you can consider the covalent degree of your PCA. I have chosen for you an example, a plant extract, our glycerolate of matcha tea. This plant extract is very well known for its content in tannins and polyphenols. This way, we can observe in the first beaker that everything goes well with a monovalent salt such as potassium. In the other hand, with the addition of a divalent salt like Zensidone, the result is very clear in this video. But no worries here. I will offer you a trick to simply get around this problem. For example, if you really want to keep matcha tea with zinc, you can very simply choose another matcha tea type extract coming from a different extraction method, such as, for example, an hydrodistillate. Here you can see I combine Zensidone with our matcha tea water, and it's perfectly stable over the time. One more thing, if you want to combine several salts in the same formulation, there will be, of course, no stability problem if, in the same way, we are talking about PCA salts. On the other hand, if you combine them with other salts, beware really of the new molecules that could be produced. Indeed, salts like to exchange between them and recombine. So it will be just necessary for you to check what are the new molecules formed and if they are soluble in your formulation medium.
Thank you, Didier. Now, let's move on to the third formulation, but let's stay in the second stage of the program with the mattifying velvet face balm. This balm is composed of two Solabia ingredients. First, Matilook, which is an active obtained by hydroglycerinated extraction from the quince leaves, and which will limit enlarged pores and reduce the shine of the skin, providing a Photoshop effect. Maybe you are wondering why didn't we use the fruit instead? This is because the leaf is richer in active molecules, and in this case, molecules such as hydroxycinnamic derivatives. Actually, Solabia has been interested in the power of these super leaves for quite some time now. Second interesting product in this balm is glycerolate SFT Rhodiola, derived from the root of Rhodiola, an adaptogenic plant, which is also a highly demanded trend of today. Focus on adaptogenic plants. These are plants that are resistant to climate stress. Adaptogens, that comes from the Latin word adaptare, which refers to the natural abilities of these plants to regulate and rebalance their organism according to their environment. This is why adaptogenic plants have certain well-known properties, such as their ability to energize and reduce tiredness, promote well-being, or support the skin's defenses. They are therefore acting by biomimicry on our skin. At the beginning of the year, Solabia launched two extracts of adaptogenic plants, Rhodiola and the Siberian ginseng. Two extracts obtained from Solagreen superfluids technology to provide SFT glycerolates. Few words about this technology. Here's a video that demonstrates this technology, as well as supercritical CO2 extractions I mentioned earlier, talking about Astapure. Solabia Group has developed a new green high-performance eco-extraction technology, SolaGreen technology. This technique gives the possibility to combine two methods, an eco-extraction with subcritical water and an eco-extraction with supercritical CO2. The subcritical water extraction means that extraction will take place at high and well-controlled temperature and pressure conditions in order to extract polar and low polar molecules. With better penetration of water into the plant's tissues, many molecules become accessible, even the most difficult ones to access. This green solvent, water, sugars, flavonoids, and tannins can be extracted with this green solvent with better extraction yields than with a traditional solvent. The supercritical CO2 extraction method also consists of good control of temperature and pressure in order to extract non-polar lipophilic molecules. For example, essential oils, vitamins, and carotenoids can be extracted with this high selectivity lipophilic solvent. SolaGreen technology is therefore the possible combination of two ultra-efficient extraction methods, less energy consuming and waste-free, combined with the use of green solvent for greater natural index. Several developments of exclusive high-quality actives are available to you via this green technology. We have extracts and standard actives in our catalog, but also know that we can develop custom-made products according to your wishes. For example, if you want to use a particular plant or source, and so on. Then focus on Rhodiola. Now that we have seen the process of extraction, a few words about the properties of Rhodiola. It is an ultra-resistant plant that grows in cold regions. It has been used for centuries to improve physical endurance. Rhodiola is composed of phenylpropanoid derivatives, including rosavine, phenylethanoids, and terpenoids. Finally, it will have the property to defend and protect from external aggressions, preventing skin aging and improving skin comfort. Back to the formulation. It's foam-textured emulsion. We have Matilook, which will refine the skin and limit its shine. And we have glycerolate that will strengthen its resistance. The finish is really soft and powdery. It is super nice texture. So we have biological matter thanks to Matilook, but also a physical mattifying agents through the additional texturizers. Didier, can you tell us a little bit more about this formulation and especially about its texture?
For sure, Tia. And I totally agree with you. I like very much this formulation touch. As you know, a formula is a whole and it's really the combination of all the ingredients that gives the end result. Here, we have carefully selected the emollients for their lightness and softness. And we have accentuated this effect thanks to two touch powders with absorbent properties. And of course, we are still silicone-free.
That is great. I see that the formulation is slightly colored. Is this from Matilook or from the glycerolate SFT?
Here, Tia, our Rhodiola SFC glycerola brings a slight color to this emulsion. But here, it's especially the Matilook presence that gives the final color to our formulation. Moreover, as we can watch in this video, the color impact into the emulsion is quite low. And as you can observe in the left bottle, we have the pure material. In the middle, we can see the ingredient at 2% into an emulsion with a very slight color. And eventually, in the last bottle, the same Rhodiola SFT glycerola at 2% in a solution, showing again a light color impact. Regarding formulation precaution, they are usual for a plant extract, and then linked, of course, to the molecule contained in each extract.
Thank you, Didier. We are already coming to the fourth and final formulation of this presentation, and therefore the third stage, which is recovery. The formulation is cleansing and detoxifying pearls. It is an innovative biphase formulation with a new visual effect. These are detoxifying pearls that incorporate activated charcoal powder into the heart of a moisturizing matrix and are incorporated into a serum. These pearls are derived from our SolaPearls technology. SolaPearls are the standard range of our know-how microencapsulation. These are skincare pearls that contain a specific active depending on their properties. They must be incorporated into a base in usage level between 10 and 40%. There are two preservative systems available, phenoxyethanol or hexandiol, phenylpropanol, and ethylhexylglycerin. The catalog now includes 6 standard references: SolaShield or SolaShield M, anti-pollution pearls, the M corresponding to the appearance, M for matte, Sola White, lightening pearls, Sola Lift, beauty pearls that enhance the complexion, Sola Scrub Bamboo, exfoliating pearls, and Sola Mask Charcoal, purifying black pearls. To return to the previous point, the base, it can be of different type, to create either your own or order from our catalog. In this case, it is the Sola Gel. Sola Gel is a transparent gel that has proven itself today with our pearls. Compatibility is no longer to be proven, it really works. There are also 2 versions of this gel with the same 2 preservative systems as with the pearls. Sola Gel is 100% customizable to achieve a unique product. You can add actives or extracts, you can add fragrance, you can add color, glitter, or pearlescent effect, as well as texturizers. Also note that, like Sola Green technology, we can develop pearls specifically to your brief. In this case, it is our customizable range of Crazy Spheres. Regarding the prototype that interests us today, and that is in the box, it is Sola Mask Charcoal. Like all the pearls in the range, it is a combination of selected ingredient, charcoal, and the structure of the pearls, a polysaccharide of marine origin, with moisturizing and softening properties. Enriched with activated charcoal, Sola Mask Charcoal leaves the skin purified, thoroughly cleaned, and fresh of its excess sebum. We have selected activated charcoal for its legendary absorption capacity and its specific method of improving the well-being of the skin. On the one hand, we have Sola Mask Charcoal pearls that will detoxify the skin and eliminate toxins. On the other hand, we have customized the base by adding a thyme from Provence that will bring generating benefits. These 2 phases will form a micellar jelly that will cleanse and purify the skin thoroughly. Didier, can you tell us a little bit more about this formulation?
Yes, for sure. Indeed, here we have a double cleansing and purifying effect thanks to the combination of micro and macrospheres. The invisible microspheres are made up of cleansing micelles or very soft surfactants, then present in the serum, and activated charcoal macrospheres with purifying, detoxifying properties.
The formulation has only 10% of pearls. Doesn't this affect on the ion balance of the formulation?
Yes, yeah, you're right. Here we have added only 10% of charcoal pearls, and this is enough to get a beautiful visual effect and detoxifying activity. In this manner, it's absolutely possible to use our charcoal pearls for mask with 30% of pearls to 10% for cleansing applications.
More generally, how do you formulate the pearls and how is the gel personalized?
Here, I suggest we can watch now a video showing how to formulate our pearls. And all this in 3 steps. You will see it's very easy. First, the serum preparation. Here, we started with a base made up of solar gel, which is liquid before the addition of the pearls. At this stage, the mixing can be done with the stirrer from your choice. In this case, we have chosen a deflector route. In this base, you will be able to add our active ingredients. For example, your perfume, but also the color of your choice in order to customize the product to your image. Here we have incorporated the element of our cleansing and purifying formulation. Then we will see the pearl draining phases. For this, I recommend you can use a sieve of about 500 micrometers. And then to carry out, as we can see, a gravitational draining. Just a few minutes, depending on the amount of pearls to be used. Then, the third and final step, the addition of pearls into the serum, preferably with an anchor or at the industrial scale, simply with the scraper frame, but at low speed to avoid to damage the pearls. And to compensate the low pearls concentration, remember we use 10% of pearls only. We have added calcium. Indeed, we have added calcium in our formulation to ensure a good serum gelling and of course to guarantee an optimal pearls hardness. Then, after 30 minutes approx of mixing, your product is totally homogeneous. Last but not least, I recommend you can wait 24 to 40 hours for an initial product evaluation. So in this way, the ionic exchange between the pearls and the serum will be optimal. For more details, you can check our formulation guide dedicated to our pearls. And of course, we are here, or your distributors, at your disposal for any help or assistance. Please do not hesitate to contact us or your sales contacts in your country.
Thank you very much for this explanation, Didier. We are now at the end of this intensive and sporty beauty program. All you have to do is try our different formulations during your next sports training session. We will put the cameras back on now. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. As I told you in the beginning, your sales contact or your distributor will come back to you with the answers to all your questions. We sincerely thank you for your participation. Take good care of yourselves and stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.